Hello guys, this is Physics here with another physics gaming video, and today I want to talk about PlanetSide 2. I want to give my first impressions, my first thoughts, what I really think of PlanetSide 2. It's been a day since PlanetSide 2 has been released, and I was in on the beta for about 3 weeks before release, so I've had a bit of experience playing PlanetSide 2 before the release, and I went yesterday afternoon to download the game, and the website was down. Okay, so they were having a bit of website troubles. And, that is definitely to be expected because of the mass scale of PlanetSide and, the popularity of the game and all that. But once I got to download it, it was fine. I had no troubles downloading it, although my brother had a bit of an issue. I think that's because he had to create a new account, whereas I had an existing account from the beta, and he couldn't exactly, it wasn't really working for him, but he tried the next day and it was working fine. So there was a bit of a hiccup, but once we got on, I found that the game downloaded very quickly, and the experience was pretty well until I got into the game itself. I ran into a few issues with frame rates to start off with, and a few things like that. Once I got into the server, I don't know if it was server-side lag or was it actually my machine that was lagging. But I have a fairly beefy computer that will be able to run Battlefield 3 at about 100 frames per second on max settings. So, I don't have exactly a slow computer. But there was a lot of lag issues. I had to force quit the application a few times. But this morning there was a patch of the game, and it seems to be running pretty well since. I also did this footage here last night. We were playing for a few hours, and we were defending a tech plant, or I believe it's a tech plant anyway, for a few hours actually. It's fairly intense stuff. We took the tech plant first, and then we started defending it. And in the end, I've cut out the best parts, of this. But at the end, we unfortunately lose it. But, it was some good footage, and it really kind of tells you what kind of battles you can get to in PlanetSide 2 and the huge scale of the game itself. But, as regards issues, there were a few issues. Once I started, server side, I think they were having a bit of an issue as well because there was a lot of lag. People would disappear and then reappear, and also look like they're just in midair sometimes, and there's a bit of spazzing around, if that's for lack of a better word. So there were a few issues like that. But for the most part, it was pretty good fun. Graphics-wise, wasn't as good as I was hoping, but still, nevertheless, a very good game. I had so much fun playing with my brother yesterday. We we racked up some kills, racked up some ranks, and I had so much fun. I can't tell you now. We've been playing well before this footage here. We were playing for a very long time. I think I had the recorder rolling for about 4 hours, but don't tell anybody. And so we had some great fun holding off this tech plant fortress. So there are a number of different fortresses in the game, and tech plants are one of them. Biolabs are another. Biolabs, no vehicles are able to enter the biolab because of a force field around it. You've got amp stations also. They're made up of loads of different buildings with control points inside them, and they're a different type of thing, whereas a tech plant is just like a large facility like what we were holding here. And it was great fun. It's great fun. So you can see here I'm playing Heavy Assault, and Heavy Assault really is... Yeah, I think all the classes, what I really like in PlanetSide 2 is all the classes are very well balanced, okay? So you've got your Heavy Assault, which has a big machine gun. However, it takes more bullets to kill someone with the machine gun, even though you have like 100 bullets in a mag. You've also got your handgun, of course. You've got a grenade, which not many other classes have. You also have a rocket launcher type thing. So that's handy for, killing tanks and vehicles, because vehicles are so popular in this game. So what else have they got? Oh yeah, and every class has a special ability. So if you press F on your keyboard, you get your special ability. And this class's, the Heavy Assaults class's special ability is this kind of super strength shield thing that protects you. So the Heavy Assault can be made a very, very difficult class to kill when using the special ability. Now, in this footage, I don't actually use my special ability of super strength that much, and reason why is because I'm not really used to that kind of play where you're, using your special ability just enough so that you're initiating it at the right time and letting go of it at the right time so that you don't run out of it and things like that. And that's not really what I'm accustomed to yet, coming from a different type of style first-person shooter games even. And you can see here that I get revive requests and things like that. So after a while, I actually go with medic because I find that the heavy assault really isn't working out for me in these situations. I'm finding myself low on health a lot, so I decided to do that. Here I'm just killing up a load of guys, but. Back to the classes. You've got your medic class, and your special ability, of course, is to heal yourself and people around you. You've also got a medic gun, so you can heal other people and revive them, which is very handy. And it's just got your stock gun for the Terran Republic. By the way, I'm playing Terran Republic here. There's also the New Conglomerate and the Vanu Sovereignty. And I decided to go as Terran Republic just because I kind of agree with the storyline. More than anything else, I think all empires are fairly balanced weapons-wise, although the Vanu seem to have kind of the upper hand on weapons because they have they're taking over the alien technologies and they're exploiting them. So they have slightly better weapons, faster reload times. They do not have weapon or bullet drop-off, which is very handy in certain situations. So I think bullet drop-off would be another good thing to get with the Vanu. But I think the Vanu are a bit evil from the storyline. I think the Terran Republic are the most in regards of storyline. I mean, you might as well fight for the team that you most agree with storyline wise. I mean, who you would actually fight for in real life. And being honest with you, I wouldn't fight for any of them, but if I had to choose, I'd probably fight for the Terran Republic. Just because they're more of an equality group, even though it's kind of funny how they're fighting against each other. It's just a game anyway, but that's the reason why I decided to go with the Terran Republic. I will be playing Vanu and New Conglomerate, however, because I might have other friends that are playing these different empires, and I'll just join in. I'm not exactly one of those people who don't exactly they don't like the enemy empires, and they're no, I'll never be a traitor and all this kind of thing, because that's going to happen in PlanetSide too. So back to the classes. I'm kind of deviating, but anyway, you've also got your engineer class. I haven't really played much engineer, but it's fairly similar to the medic class, except you got an engineer gun. Infiltrator class, I have tried a lot of the infiltrator class. I enjoy it. It's fun. It's certainly a lot of fun. Infiltrator, if you don't know, is basically like a sniper class. So you have a sniper rifle and you can shoot people. You also have the ability to go invisible for short periods of time, which can be handy. I rarely used it though. Just used it a few times to get out of sticky situations, but really I didn't find it that handy. But I'm not really used to playing that kind of sniper class in or the sniper role in one of these games. It's not really my cup of tea. But I think the infiltrator class is still a very good fun class. I think all the classes are very well balanced. And what am I missing? I think that's pretty much it class-wise. You can also be a max. That's good fun. Um, Being a max kind of allows you to get into this big suit, essentially. You're very slow. I mean, you're heavily armored. You've got huge amount of weapons and firepower, but you're very slow. That's the big issue with the max. And I'd rather go for speed and swiftness rather than sluggishness, but a lot of armor and a lot of firepower, because you're able to run away from sticky situations, which happens to me quite often, being honest with you. So I think that, I tried the max once. It costs money, of course, to run as a max, whereas it doesn't for any other class, thank God. And, I enjoyed it for the short period of time I was alive, and then I died. Because I was like, yeah, I'll just kill all these people, and it'll be fine, and then I died. So I kind of underestimated the power of or overestimated the power of the max when I first went on it. So vehicles are very interesting, and I think they for the most part, took the right approach to vehicles in PlanetSide 2, which is, you've got tanks, you've got, what else have you got? You've got vehicles, so you've got like a quad type thing or an ATV type thing called a Flash. You've got Sunderers, which are vans. That's what I like to call them. They're mass transport vehicles. You've got Galaxies, which are airplanes. And, each empire has their different tank, heavy and light tank, and also heavy and light aircraft. Each empire has their own one. And so I think the mechanics of how you fly them is very good. I mean, very realistic. Well, not realistic as such, but definitely how I could see flying an airplane in the future. Really cool. I'm really enjoying flying around in PlanetSide 2. There is no flight footage in this, but you should definitely try it out. So that's really what I think of PlanetSide 2. I think it's a great game. They did make a patch this morning, and it has sorted out a lot of the issues, but not all of them. Not as buggy, but definitely pretty good. As regards how well the release went down, I was pretty happy, but I'm coming from someone who's playing the beta, so it's a different situation for me than other people who haven't been in the beta. So it's still very buggy. It still feels like a beta, being honest with you. But it is the most fun I've ever had in the game, ever. Was yesterday when we were defending this area. I had so much fun. The amount of people, the amount of kills I got, it was so much fun, and it really was the most fun I ever had. So I'll definitely be playing loads more of PlanetSide 2. Even though, it's not exactly the most polished game so far, it's definitely the most fun I've ever had so far in terms of games. So in terms of performance, I was having a lot of frame rate drops, but this morning when I joined, it was pretty good. I'd say I was getting about 40-50 frames per second on medium settings. So, I was pretty happy with the performance I was getting. So that's really my first thoughts on PlanetSide 2. I recommend just go out and get it. It's free to play. Just go out, try it out, join one of the servers. I'm playing Cobalt. If you want to join me, join my outfit. It's Physics Gaming. It's my outfit. On the Cobalt server, I'm playing as Terran Republic, as I said, and I'll you can ask, and I'll if I think you're worthy to join my outfit, I will add you. And I really did have a lot of fun playing PlanetSide 2 for the first time, the actual game, of course, and. It definitely is. I understand what people are saying, because I was playing a lot of lone wolf type stuff when I was first playing, when I was playing the beta. And now I definitely do understand why People love playing in squads because I was playing with Kevin, and it's
We're on. They've taken it.
Seriously?
Yeah. That pretty much wraps it up, guys.
We're gone.
Thanks very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.